I'm Megan, and welcome to the Bookmaking Show.
Hi, and welcome to the Bookmaking Show. On today's episode, I'm going to be showing you how to make a hardcover. This is a sample. Now for our hardcover, we're going to be needing some mat board, a bone folder, scissors, a ruler, a pencil, but I'm using a permanent marker so you can see what I'll be doing later, scrap paper, and the paper that we're going to be using to cover the mat board. Okay, so we're going to clear away everything except for our ruler, our mat board, our cover paper, and our pencil. Okay, so when it comes to your cover, when it comes to using mat board, what you're going to want to do is you're going to take each side and you're going to measure up, and you're going to measure an inch into the inside. So I'm going to take my permanent marker so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to start at the top, and I'm going to go down 1 inch, mark, go over a little, mark once again, and then I'm going to use my ruler. I'm going to go across, just like that. Now, I'm going to do the same thing on one of my sides. Doesn't matter, just as long as the first line that you made and this line connect. I'm going to take my ruler once again. I'm going to make a line. So now, I have this. Now I'm going to take my mat board, and I'm going to lay it down the way that I'm going to put it down when I glue. I'm going to take my pencil, or permanent marker in this case, and I'm just going to go across the outline. And since you have these 2 lines here where you line up a corner and the 2 edges, you don't need to mark those. Just the 2 sides have nothing. This will help you because from there you're going to measure down another inch. And you're going to mark. Now you're going to do the same thing on the other. Mark. And draw a line. And that's what you should end up with. Now, I'm going to put my ruler to the side. I'm going to put my permanent marker to the side along with my mat board. I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut it out along these 2 lines here. Now, seeing as this is paper that I created, made, I used decoupage. I took some of my favorite artist pictures from a calendar that I have. And I just kind of pasted them together to make a nice little collage. And I decided this would make a nice paper to be a cover for one of my books. And because this is thick paper for a cover, if you use thick paper, you're going to need weights. Like, for instance, I'm going to set it over there. For instance, I am using my stack of blank CDs. This is great weight because it will hold this down as well as the mat board until the glue dries. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our glue because it's thick paper, once again, I'm not going to just lather the glue on there. Whole bunch. So remember, when you're using glue, always go from the inside out. Inside out, no matter what. And I'm just doing the middle, where that big square is, because that's the only part that I'm going to be doing at the moment, so that I can let the glue dry. So I'm laying it the same way that I did when I put it on there first, so I could draw these two lines. I'm going to take one of my pieces of scrap paper, I'm going to lay it flat, then I'm going to lay this on it. Then I'm going to take my bone folder next, and I'm going to go over it. Just like that. Now, I'm doing this to help the glue get a bond. And then I'm going to put the weight on it for a little bit. So, it can stick. So, I also have another weight here, a book. So, I'm going to put that on. Then I'm going to take my CDs and I'm going to stick it on like that. Now, I'll be seeing you in a little bit because I gotta let this dry. So, be back in a minute. Bye! Okay, so it's been like 5-10 minutes. So I'm going to take the weights off because it should be holding fairly well. Yep. Nice and flat, just like we want it. I'm just going to take my bone folder, I'm just going to go over it one last time. And now this is one of the important parts. You're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut off the corners. However, when it comes to cutting off your corners, you don't want it to be right where the mat board is, because otherwise you'll have those big old gaping ugly holes. So I'm going to come closer and I'm going to show you how to do it. So, as you can see, I'm going to cut the triangle, but I'm going to leave about a good 1 or 2/8 of an inch. I'd say that's about 1/8 of an inch right there. And that'll make sure that you have, one sec, no ugly gaps when you fold it over. Okay, so now you're going to repeat the process with the rest. Make sure you leave about 1/8 of an inch. But don't cut it too big. And there you go. So once you're done with that, you don't want to throw your triangles away. You want to save them. Because in case you do get ugly gaps, you can simply use these and glue them over your corners and the gaps just magically disappear. Cool, huh? Okay, so now we're going to take our scrap paper, and when it comes to thick paper, I'm going to do these two sides first because they're longer, but usually I would start off with these two, or I just go around in a circle. So I'm going to take my glue, and once again, because it's thick paper, I'm going to really put it on. And I'm just going to go just like that. And remember, when it comes to scrap paper, fold over and toss. Okay, so now I also have a funny way of creasing, so I'm going to go over like this. Just gonna rub it a few times, and then I'm gonna take my bone folder, and I'm just gonna really, really, really go over it. Now, I'm going to take my weight, and I'm gonna place it back on there for a few minutes. So we're gonna be taking another short intermission, and when I come back, I'll show you how to do the rest. So, bye once again.